Alright guys, so in this video I wanted to talk about the kidneys. Now, you have two kidneys. I'll just draw them. First I'll draw, let's say this is a person. It's not a great drawing, but I think you get the idea. These are the hands. Yeah, so not a great drawing, but you get the idea. The kidneys would be located around here. This isn't their exact location, but around here. And you have two of them. And what your kidneys are going to do, well, their main function is to actually clean your blood. So let's look at a bigger diagram of one. So let's say took one kidney right here. We're looking at the left kidney, I guess. So your kidney's main, or one of its functions, is going to be to clean your blood. Okay. Now you're going to have a renal artery. And it's going to be carrying the blood from your body, and it's going to take it into the kidney. And this blood is going to be filtered in your kidney. And then it's going to come out through your renal vein. Okay, so your blood is going to come in, it's going to be filtered, and then it's going to come out in your renal vein. Okay, so how does the kidney actually do this? Well, let's talk about how the kidney does this in a little bit more detail. Well, the kidney is, it's not a great drawing, but yeah. It has little units in it called nephrons. So if this is the kidney, let's just going to draw a line here. It's not part of the kidney, but I'm drawing it for a reason, you'll see. And it's also going to have a part here. Okay. Okay. And your kidney is going to, well, before we talk about nephrons, just know that your kidney has an outer part and an inner part. And the outer part is called your renal cortex. And the inner part is called your renal medulla. Renal medulla. Okay. Now your nephrons are going to be in your kidney, and they're going to be arranged like this. So let's say this is one nephron. Let's say this is one nephron. This is not its shape. I'm just drawing this to represent what a nephron. This is not what a nephron looks like. I'm just drawing this to represent a nephron. And you're going to have lots of these nephrons. Around your kidney, or in your kidney, and they're just going to be like this, and they're going to be a lot more than I'm drawing, but this is just so that you get the idea. You're going to have them go all the way through, right? All the way through your kidney. And and they're going to exist both in your renal cortex as well as your renal medulla. So the top halves of them are going to be in the renal cortex, and then some of the bottom parts are going to be in the renal medulla. These it's not set what amount of the top and what amount of the bottom will be in the renal cortex and renal medulla respectively, but generally the top part of each nephron is going to be in the renal cortex, and then the bottom part is going to be in the renal medulla. Okay. So how do these nephrons tie in with the kidney's function? Well, when you have your renal artery, right? Renal artery. Blood is going to flow in, right? And this blood is going to come out and around into the kidney, right? And this blood is going to come by these nephrons. And when it comes by the nephrons, the blood is going, well, some of the things in your blood is going to enter your nephron. And I won't specify what goes into your nephron, but some of it will go into your nephron, or go into your nephrons. And your nephron is going to filter this blood, or whatever enters it. So parts of your blood is going to enter the nephron, and then you're actually going to get the things that you still need that entered the nephron back. So if this is your nephron, this is not what it looks like. I'm just doing this to represent a nephron again. So this is definitely not what it looks like, just to make that clear. But anyways, blood will enter, or parts of the blood will enter. So the blood will actually just come by the nephron, okay? And parts of the blood are going to enter this nephron. So things inside your blood are going to enter your nephron, or your nephrons, because you have multiple. And your nephrons are going to give you back what you still need. So if they've taken out sodium, for example, too much sodium, like sometimes you actually do want to get rid of sodium, but say you still need that sodium that entered the nephron, it's going to take that sodium back, just as an example. And other things as well, not just sodium, right? And the things that you do need to get rid of are going to go through your nephron, and I won't explain exactly like the process as it goes through the nephron. I can't, because I don't have a correct diagram of a nephron on me, but it's going to go through the nephron, and after everything's been taken back, everything that needs to be taken back has been taken back. What you have after it's gone through the nephron is the stuff that you don't need. So I'll just draw this to represent stuff you don't need. So that's after it's gone through your nephron. You're going to have stuff that you don't need. And the stuff that you don't need is going to go through a collecting duct, okay? And you have little collecting ducts right here, little ones, around your nephrons, where stuff can come out of the nephrons and into the collecting ducts. And your collecting ducts are going to take everything that you don't need, like the stuff that you don't need that went through the nephron and didn't get reabsorbed into your body or into your blood. And that stuff that you don't need is going to come out, and it is going to go into a collecting duct, okay, a collecting duct. So I'll just draw like a collecting duct, and it'll go, all of these little collecting ducts will lead into a bigger collecting duct. And you are going to lose everything that you don't need. And then the stuff that you still need is going to come out through the renal vein. So stuff you do need. So the stuff that you did need and you got put into your nephron initially, and then you needed it, so it went back into your blood, is going to come out your renal vein. Okay. And then it's going to still be in your blood because your renal vein is going to lead into the rest of your body, into your right, because it's part of the circulatory system. Now, so that's the basic idea of how the kidney filters your blood. So basically, you have these nephrons, and the renal artery will lead in, and the blood from the renal artery is going to come by these nephrons, and the nephrons are going to take in some things from your blood, and the stuff that you still need that went into your nephron, you're going to get back. It's going to come back into your blood. I won't specify how in this video, but it will come back into your blood. And the stuff that you don't need is going to go through the nephron. You're never going to reabsorb it, right? You're not going to reabsorb the stuff you don't need. And it is going to go out through these little collecting ducts. It's going to lead into a bigger collecting duct. So, collecting duct. Or I guess this would be this really big collecting duct that it leads into is actually your ureter. It's called your ureter. And then the stuff that is in your ureter is going to go into your bladder. And you're going to have your other kidney over here, I guess. And it's also going to have a ureter. And the stuff from your ureters, right, you have two because you have two kidneys. It's going to enter your bladder, and then that's going to be your urine that you're going to pee out. Okay, so that's how you get rid of some of the things that you don't need using your kidneys. And actually, that was just the function. So just to give you a sense of what the kidney actually looks like, just to give you a better understanding of what it might actually look like. This is what it looks like to a certain degree, but it's missing some information. So I'll just try and fill in that information. This with a new diagram. Okay, so you're gonna have a kidney. Okay, and like I said before, I'm gonna have this outside part, sort of, and this is not a great diagram. This is just yeah, this is not a great diagram. So if you want a more detailed diagram or a more accurate representation of a kidney, because I'm not great at drawing, you can just look up a kidney, or and also if you want, yeah, you can just look up a kidney diagram, and you should get a kidney image if you go to images. Okay, so like I said before, you have your renal medulla on the inside. And then you have your renal cortex. Okay. So those are the outside parts, and then you're gonna have your right. You're gonna have your nephrons, sort of here, and they're gonna be a lot more densely packed. Yeah, but and I won't go too in depth into the anatomy or anything, but I do want to include some of the big parts of the kidney. so I won't talk specifically about how these nephrons are arranged, but generally they are arranged in a way where the tops of them are on the outside, and then the bottoms of them are in the inside. That's true for all of them, but I won't go into further detail beyond that. Okay, so you have this. Okay. So I mentioned that you have collecting ducts by the nephrons. So these are your collecting ducts. Okay. And all nephrons will be attached to a collecting duct, right? But collecting ducts will have more than one nephron attached to them. Anyways, these collecting ducts, they're going to carry the stuff you don't need down, and then they're going to enter these, I'll do my best to draw it, calyces. So calyces, that's plural, calyces. If it's just one, then it's a calyx. Okay, calyces is plural. And from your collecting ducts, these calyces are going to take the stuff from the collecting ducts in, okay, and then this inside part, right, this inside part, that's going to be known as your renal pelvis. And your renal pelvis is sort of going to hold well, it's going to pass through your calyces first, right? The stuff you don't need, and then the stuff you don't need is going to be in your renal pelvis, and then it's going to go through your ureter after it goes through the renal pelvis. Okay. Yeah. Again, this is not a great drawing, but if you want a more detailed drawing or a better drawing, then you can look up kidney diagram and then go to images, and there should be a good diagram on the kidney there. So next video I'll continue talking about the kidney and some of its other functions. So that pretty much concludes this video. Thank you.